we are streaming. Excellent. Okay. Hello. Impromptu live. So I wanted to share with you a card pull that I did. It was earlier today, but the actual question was about 4 days ago. So it's all around this key. Now this key I've had about 10 years, this key. Now this key was originally a magical tool of Bridget's, the goddess, Brid. So it was charged to not only her energy, but that of the sun. And also it sits on the solar altar. So that includes Lu. So take a good look at this key. This key, the exact same key, turned up randomly in when I say it was a bad film, a Christmas movie, I mean, you know, it's kind of like the old B movies back in the day, yeah. So this key, the exact same key, had the same shape, handle, had exactly the same bits here. It even had the same shape on the end of it. Yeah, it was the same key. Showed up in this Christmas movie, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. So, I knew from that movie that I had to ask what this key is actually about, you know, because I've had it for quite some years now. It's never really been, unlike the keys I have for Hecate, it's never been used for any magical workings as such. It's a tool of the solar, belonging to, if you like, Brid and Lu, and the south-facing altar. So, I pondered the question for a few days, and yeah, so the question that I asked of this key was, what significance to our ascension process does this golden key hold? What is, because it came up in that movie, and it's like, well, so random, because we're picking Christmas movies at random at the moment, although it's not actually random. It's the illuminated synchromystic path. If you don't know what that is, then you'll have to ask me, won't you? So, yes, this amazing key, which is very heavy. Yeah. Interesting. So, I've already done this reading. So all I'm going to do is go through the cards that I pulled and what they told me. Okay. So this isn't a what do you call it? On the fly reading. This is the cards that I pulled earlier. Okay. So I'll put the key down there. Let's have a look. So I pulled, and it was kind of an odd configuration that they wanted to come out in, but I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not one to argue with cards. So they came out. This is how they wanted to be pulled, like this. Okay. So this is the Celtic Lenormand. So we have the whip, or in this case, the broom, in the Celtic Lenormand, slightly different names. We have the tomb, aka the coffin, the mountain, the anchor, the house, and the clouds. So what I was getting from this, bearing in mind the frame of question, what significance to our ascension process does this golden key hold? Yeah. What is it? It's obviously significant. Because the thing about the key in this Christmas movie was it aided time travel, which I find quite interesting. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, if we take the whip and the tomb, or the broom and the tomb, we have an ending and then a beginning of a cycle. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. We have challenges that are very grounded in challenge, I would say that is. So this beginning of a cycle was grounded in a challenge. It was grounded in challenges, I would say, plural. And then we have here, this was really interesting, the clouds and the house. There was definitely some confusion around our safety and our security, which is quite interesting, because that has actually been the case with a very challenging, shall we say, neighbour who lives downstairs. So it's kind of interesting, actually. And what I find really interesting about these challenges that we've been facing is it's always the case. It brings you back in here. Yeah. It always brings you back to your inner workings. Yeah. Always. You know, who am I? And when you operate from that space, it's quite telling, actually, because when you're operating from the space of what we call love consciousness, of observation, of being proactive as opposed to reactive, which is sometimes very hard to do. When you're having shit thrown at you from all directions, it's going to be very hard to do that. But did it? Did it? Did it? I don't know, did it? But do it we did. Yeah, that's what we did. And are still doing to some degree. So I find that very interesting. Okay, so what I wanted was some clarity on a few of the cards here. So I wanted clarity on, so I'm just looking at my notes. So I made lots of notes on what this cycle was actually about. Yeah. I wanted clarity on what the challenges were. Yeah. During the part of this ascension process. Yeah. And what significance this amazing key has had and will have on that process. And then I wanted to get clarity on what the confusion was about. Okay. So I used the Druidic Tarot, and to clarify the broom, I got the 6 of Stones. So let's put it. So we got the 6 of Stones to clarify. Actually, no, I like it like that. I like it like that. Thank you. And then to clarify the challenges, I got the Emperor, and that is Lu in that card. Interesting. And then to clarify what the confusion was about, I got the Ten of Wands. Interesting. So, the question was, what is this cycle? What is this cycle that's been going round and round and round? Yeah. So this is how I saw that initially was because it's a Six of Stones. That's the Six of Pentacles. So there is like this idea of the light at the end of the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. There's also when you look at how she's walking, yeah, it's very confident. She's walking towards. Sorry, get the lighting. There we go. She's walking towards that portal. Yeah, there's no hesitation there. You could even say she's walking quite quickly because her dress is swishing around all over the place. I would say she's walking quite quickly. Yeah. So there's no lack of confidence there at all. I'd say it's been a steady journey because it's Pentacles energy. Yeah, and the path is illuminated. The synchromystic illuminated path. So yeah, there's definitely a walking towards. So the ending, the cycle, yeah, is definitely around. I mean, it's an old chestnut, isn't it? Really, feeling worthy of that particular reward, and it'll be something because it's Six of Pentacles. It's going to be something earthly, something tangible. Yeah, interesting. Okay. I think that was all the notes I had for that. So the challenges. What was this challenge? What was this challenge all about? The Emperor card. Who is Lu? Who is one of the bringers of light? He is one of the Tuatha De Danann. He is a shining one. Yeah, I actually believe that they were blue beings from somewhere else. They weren't of this realm. Yeah, but that's my own opinion. Do with it what you will. So he is master of all things. He is the embodiment of the sun, the light. Yeah. So this is what this is about. The challenge has been to keep that light shining in the midst of this strange cycle that was going around and around, to do with walking confidently, along the synchronistic illuminated path, towards this portal energy. It's actually a wreath, but it's a portal. Yeah, held between two stones. Portal. This is also the rekindling of our fire, our passion. What makes that fire burn? Yeah, it's pretty amazing, really. And you can actually ask Lou for help with that if you know how to connect with him. So I thought that was really interesting. So that's what the challenge has been about. Makes complete sense to me. It might to you as well. That's kind of why I'm sharing this, because this was, my own personal reading. But because it I don't know, I just felt like, it might help you as well. Anyway, so the third question was, what was this confusion about? And we have the Ten of Wands. So the way I see this, I didn't show you the Lou card, did I? It's quite beautiful. And he has the raven. The raven is one of his animals. And he has his spear, which always hits the mark. Okay. So, The Ten of Wands. Love this card. And, as with all tarot, you can read this in different ways. I see this as reaching the summit. See, here's the path. Here's where you've come from. You've come all the way up to this summit, yeah? And if you look, the wands they're quite dim, yeah? They're not fiery. So, there was a lot of energy, fire energy, used on this journey, this part of the ascension journey. Yeah, it's like a test, you could say. If you ever ascended any kind of large hill or anything, substantial, you'll know it's a challenge. It's always a challenge. Doesn't matter how many times you do it, it's always a challenge. So yeah, so the confusion was around how to reach the summit, how to get to the part of the journey where you have perspective. Perspective is influenced by perception, and perception is, okay. Your perception, how you see, is determined by where you are on your journey, your perspective, yeah? So to get a different perception on something, which is what this is talking about, yeah? Clouds and the house. To get a different perspective, you need, I'll get it in a minute. To get a different perspective, say it again. To get a different perception, it's my own bloody thing and I can't get the words out. You need a different perspective. So this perspective in this Ten of Wands, you've come a long way. And yeah, you're a bit knackered. Yeah. So you're resting, restoring before you move on to the next bit. Yeah. So this is, and we have the tomb up here as well. This is definitely an ending of part of the journey, which is then going to begin again. And we can come back all the way here to this Six of Stones, Pentacles. Which in itself is a cycle, but I think this is everything is in spirals, yeah? So things move in and they move out, they move around and breathe, essentially. So I think what we're seeing here is what this is talking about. This part of our ascension path was actually quite small in relation to the bigger picture, which is here, the ten of Wands. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm seeing that, and I like that. Okay. So if we are weary, can we still see the light ahead as we're sitting in that energy of restoration, of restoring our energy? And what's interesting about that is you have the light in the Lou card, you have the light of the torches in the Six of Stones. You do have light in the Mountains card. You also have light in the Anchor card. And you have light in the Ten of Wands as well. It's interesting. So can we still see the light? Can we still see where we are going, even when we are resting? Okay. So my next thing that I asked, my next question. So I have a conversation with the cards, if you like. So I said, okay, So by using this key, can we mitigate or unlock the tools which will aid us to keep holding our light, rekindle it whilst we make our way through to our reward? Because this is what this card here is talking about. 6 of stones, 6 of pentacles, yeah. And I got hang on, yeah, those cards there. Sorry, I got them in the wrong order. I got snake. Where am I putting these? I'm putting them there. Okay. So we got the. It's actually the shedding snake. Actually, no, I had them down here, didn't I? I put them down the bottom. I don't know if you can see them there, so I'll just overlap them there. You can kind of see that. Pick it up, pick it up. See those? Yeah. So we have the shedding snake, which is slightly different energy, and a waning moon, a waning crescent moon. So that is another ending and beginning. So same energy as the tomb energy. That is very much it's more on the new beginnings because you've got the new moon in that card as well. So interestingly, we've got an ending and a beginning with the new moon in the star card, and then we have the sun. So transformation is your destiny. Big yes. For me, the sun is probably the most positive card because I am a Leo. So the sun is always a massive yes for me. So this is talking about transformation here. Yeah. This journey here in the 6 of stones. This journey here in the 10 of wands. It's all about that transformative transmutation of energy. Okay, so then I asked, okay, so give me an indication of how to work with this golden key so we can unlock the next tools. And I got the Knight of Cups. I got the Knight of Pentacles. No. And I got the 6 of Pentacles. It's the same card as this one over here. I love it. So, Nine of Cups, nine of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles, which is this card. So we've had that card twice now. So we're definitely walking towards something that is incoming. Yeah. Which is good. I like that. And it's incoming in a good way, not in a oh my crap way. So, Nine of Cups. This is all about both these cards are about action. Yeah, it's like the doing. Yeah. So the Knight of Cups is lead with your heart. Yeah. You could say it's also channeling your emotions. It's connected to the water elemental. So what can I say about it? Yeah, okay. So the question was, give me an indication of how to work with this golden key so we can unlock the next tools. Well, you're leading with your heart. You're taking action through that. You're channeling your emotions into, I would say, creative things like this, for example, because the element of water is associated with the second chakra, which is all about creativity. Interesting. Okay. So being creative, following your heart, love it. Okay. And then we have movement of the earth. Now, what's really mad about this card? I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I'm going to try to show you what is round his neck. flipping key. There is a key around his neck. Okay. So there we go. It's the key. The key is the key. Yeah. So this is all about the movement again. So action from the heart, movement around the earth elemental. So for me, that would be walking. You know, we walk nearly every day as part of Ian's rehab. So this is a very methodical thing going on here. What have I put there? Unlocking great treasure. Unlocking great richness of life, I would say, especially when you are following your heart and you're leading, you're taking action through your heart, yeah, but in a very methodical way, if that makes sense, yeah. I like this. I really like this, and the key is there. And again, there's the journey, there's the path. And then obviously we have the Six Pentacles again. We have good things incoming. I like that a lot. Okay. So that was the answer. Give me an indication of how to work with this golden key so we can unlock the next tools. Well, the next tools will definitely be the incoming. Yeah, and this is how we do it. We take action through the heart and through the earth elemental, which is the connect to the root chakra, which is the place where things are born of, are they not? Okay, so itchy nose. I then asked, is there anything else I need to know about this key and how to use it? So I went to my Dragon Path Oracle, Caroline Mitchell. These are really beautiful dragon cards. I do love these cards. They're not the bog standard dragon cards, and I like that. Let's see if we get it. Okay. And that's Asclepius. I'm like, okay. So I need to refer to the book for that. So let's read what it says about Asclepius. 27. It's a guardian dragon. Interesting. You're going to like this. Asclepius was the ancient Greek god of medicine, the son of Apollo. Apollo is the god of the sun. Okay. Interesting. Upon meeting him for the first time, his opening words were, "Your modern image of the caduceus is incorrect." I love that. He was a healer of great repute in Greek mythology, and the dragon in particular reminds us that inside us too reside great healers. His particular affinity lies with practitioners who use healing plants, herbalism, homeopathy, and essential oil and flower essences. Well, that's definitely me. Plants, essential oils, definitely. And to this, he's rather shamanic energy and his affinity with snakes. We had a snake right there. And he is also a powerful ally. Okay, I like that. So clearly this dragon is connected to this key. What's interesting about that the dragon as well is in the solar altar that faces the south, we have Ishtar, and dragons are also connected to Ishtar. So there was already dragon energy on that altar. I like it. Asclepius is the dragon of the healer and the shaman. His wisdom is boundless. If he has flown into your reading today, know that you have his abundant knowledge at your side. Continuing with his practical help for your physical life, So this is the stone's energy. Where is it? Pentacles and pentacles. Yeah, I like that. He asks if you need the support of a professional with knowledge of healing plants, or if it's time for you to undertake training, or shamanism, Alongside his ability to support those working with plant energies, he is a powerful ally when we are ready for the next phase of our transformational journey of life. Aha, snake. Transformation is your destiny, yes. And obviously the cards underneath, we're talking about transformation. The Ten of Wands is talking about transformation, the pause before we continue, yeah? Wow. Okay, let's continue. His presence in your cards today reminds you that together you create the immense combination of transmutation and transformation. Deep within you, you know you can and will succeed. He has this to say: you are on the cusp of transformation, so allow me to guide you forward along the winding road. Remember, hold on to what you know to be true, for it is your journey and yours alone. Life never stands still. It is forever changing and evolving. Together we can transmute that which binds you, accepting that your journey on earth is about life, death, and rebirth as you transform and grow personally and spiritually. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. It's very cool. So I then went to the Elemental Oracle, and you're not going to believe this. Okay, there we go. The Sun. Can't make this up, guys. Cannot make this up. So the Sun tells you everything right there. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, for Asclepius, I wrote down. Definitely tallies with the previous cards. Transform, grow, release, and it's a cycle of transforming, growing, and releasing. It's the breath, is it not? Everything breathes in one way, shape, or form, and this journey, this path, is the same. It breathes. So we have the Sun. I know, you can't make this up, right? So this is Lu. This is the Sun card here. Yeah. It's possibilities. Yeah. It's shining far and wide. Don't dim your light. Shine it into those really mucky, dark places. Yeah. And also there's a very deep awareness of the transformation that happens in nature, which is no, it's the Sun is part of that. It's not the whole picture, but it's part of the transformation that we see in nature. And I think there's a very deep awareness of that transformative element of nature. It's what this brings. What this path brings, because you observe it, and you observe it in yourself as well. Okay. So I was then what was I doing? I was shuffling the guiding light. Is it called guiding light oracle? And quite a few cards came out, but they tell a story. So let's go for it. Align with your wholeness. It says you are not your illnesses, symptoms, or habits. You, the person, are always whole and perfect. I'd say you, the part of you that's bigger and sees everything, is always whole and perfect, because you are that part of you that is bigger and sees everything. We just forget, yeah? We had to learn to forget, though. So if we can learn to forget, we can learn to remember. Visualization. By practicing visualization daily, you are calling forward your desire. It will soon be a tangible experience in your current reality. What I would say around that is, this is the Six of Pentacles, these two cards, yeah. Also the Asclepius energy, definitely. But that's a beautiful card. I like that quite a lot. And then we have Beacon of Light. Indeed. You are a leader, teacher, and mentor for many people around you. Never forget that. Yeah. And this is the Sun. This is what this is. This is what the Six of Pentacles is about. Yeah. This is what these cards here are about, that transformation. And really stepping forward. Really stepping forward. Yeah. Then we have soar. Soar as in flying, not soar as in ouch. Yeah. You're getting ready to fly high above all your obstacles and embrace life in the most magical way. Wow. Asclepius is calling, I would say. Would you not say the same? And then last one, last card, Crossroads. And this is a moment of choice. You can either choose to walk forward through the portal. It might have even been open for a really long time. It's funny, myself and Ian were talking about this today. That door can be open for a long time, but it's whether you choose to walk through it or not. Yeah. A new something is currently in the works for you, which was this is the Six of Pentacles energy. Okay, I'm just going to grab one more card. From the Work Your Light deck. Because I did finish it there, and I said thank you. Enjoy a little heart. But I'm just going to take one more card. One last card. So, aligning with your wholeness. You know, this tangible thing will soon be here through your creativity. I would say more creativity than visualization, because it does take some action, as we know from the knights that were in there. Okay. Okay. We have more light. We have more light. So I would say, because we have lots of solar stuff, lots of light in these cards here, but we also have the darkness. So shine it. Where it is dark, shine it. Yeah. Illuminate it. Find out what's underneath those things that you maybe haven't looked at. Yeah. Find out what's under there. Okay. I think that pretty much speaks for itself. So I hope this helps you in some way, shape or form. It certainly helped me today, especially with this key. So now I know what this key's all about and what it's for. I'm gonna keep this somewhere a little bit more prominent than it was before. And one of the things that it's going to be used for is if either myself or Ian find ourselves in, what sort of energy would that be? In any kind of stuck energy, I'm going to use this key. Definitely going to use this key. Because it has, as these cards have just told us, it definitely has the energy of the sun. It has the energy of Lu in there, as well as Bridget and Ishtar. It has the dragon energy, which is quite important, I would say. I'd say that's the main energy of this card, of this key, sorry, is Asclepius. Definitely. And the Knight of Pentacles energy as well, which is there. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and me sharing my reading with you earlier. I just thought it's really interesting, and yeah, just felt compelled to share it. So thank you for being here. I'm just checking to make sure that there are no messages. Can't see any. Just have a look. Okay, no messages. Okie dokie. So I'm going to go. I look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, cheerio.